The Mega Millions. Did you buy a ticket? Did you? People were excited. The Mega Million jackpot went up to 1.3, almost 1.4 billion dollars, and the winning ticket was not too far from me, about 30-minute drive, I want to say, just outside of the city of Chicago in Des Plaines, Illinois. Yeah. Can you believe someone won over $1 billion? I know with taxes, it comes out to maybe half of that or something like that. I didn't get the exact number. I saw one report saying they're only going to give out 435 million. And then someone else is like, no, I think that's 435 million is what they take out. They're going to be getting like 700 million, whatever they got. It's generational wealth. Their kids and grandkids don't have to work anymore, which leads me to talk about this. Funny thing always happens when the jackpot gets huge, because then a lot of people start weighing in on it and more people buy tickets, which always does make me laugh, because I've heard people say, oh my God, it's at $1 billion. Oh shit, I got to get a ticket, which is hysterical to me, because it's like, oh, the regular 20 million, not worth it to you. Not 20 million. Wipe my ass with 20 million. I can't spare $2 for a $20 million game. Now $2 for $1 billion. That's like, what the fuck? Come on. Like, you're set for life regardless. And that's another thing that people don't realize. I don't know where we went with math in the United States of America, or just how we view things in general, or our infatuation with billionaires, good or bad. But for whatever reason, people do not realize how much money even $20 million is. I've talked to people and they're like, well, if I won 20 million, I'd still have to work. No, you would not. What fucking world are you living in? I know people who make 50 grand a year and are insanely comfortable and happy people. You know, they might not own a big house and have a couple cars and go on lavish vacations, but they're doing fine. Like, they seem like all their needs are met. And those same people will be like, well, 20 million, I don't know. I think that's stuff. No, you wouldn't. You would not have to work. Do you have any idea how much money $20 million is? It is an insane amount of money. Break it down per day. Seriously, break it down per day. You could do it that way. I can even do simple math for you. If you got, here, we'll fuck around. Let's fuck around with it, right? I got a calculator. I'll make it quick. I won't be too boring for you. If I could open up the fucking app. All right, here we go. $20 million divided by 365 equals $54,794 a day. You couldn't even spend that all in a day. I mean, you could, but it'd be seriously $54,794. I'll times that by 7. That is $383,561 a week. $383,561. That is a good house. You could buy a pretty good house, even in like the city of Chicago. That's a good house. You know, maybe not being like the most trendy neighborhood in the world, but in a good neighborhood, $383,561 a week. That's just an insane amount of money. If you won 20 million, you would not have to work. And that's what leads me to this. I saw a tweet where the person said, I'd rather get 100,000 followers on LinkedIn because I could take those networks and turn it into $1 billion. And then the guy later said, well, I was joking. But like, the tweets were so far apart. I was like, were you joking? Because usually when people do that satirical shit, it's kind of like rapid fire. Here's the tweets, and it's pretty clear there's a pattern of I'm joking. It felt like this guy said something stupid because he was trying to show everyone, I'm a hustler, I'm a grinder. And people were like, you're a fucking idiot is what you are. Okay. You'd rather that than $1 billion. Really, 100,000 LinkedIn followers over $1 billion. Now I get it. We all want to be able to say, I earned this. My brain, my talent, my skill created this billion. Sure, that'd be amazing. But if you won $1 billion, that's still fucking unreal. That's unreal. And what killed me was all these people commenting to that dude's tweet saying, well, the better question is, what would you invest the $1 billion in? And then back and forth about how to invest the $1 billion. And I'm like, that's your first thought. You don't deserve the $1 billion. You don't. That's your first thought. If your first thought is, if I had $1 billion, what fucking mutual funds am I going to, what index funds, whatever am I going to tie it into? Or am I going to invest in? You're fucking boring. And boring people should not get $1 billion for free. They shouldn't. I'm not saying boring people can't be billionaires, but you got to fucking do something. You got to exploit a lot of workers or fucking come up with some other way to goddamn do it, because that is, your first thought is, I just want $1 billion. If you're a single individual, your thought is, I am going to get my dick sucked, my pussy licked every day. Number one, like you have to think lavish. You have to think, how the fuck am I'm going to do nothing, but how much fun am I going to have with the nothing? Where am I going to buy houses? Where am I going to spend the majority of my time? You know what I mean? Where am I going to winter? Where am I going to summer? Those are the fun things you're going to think. Can I buy a fucking Cinnabon franchise and just have it in my living room and operate on a loss, but I get Cinnabons every day? That's the stuff you know what I mean? I'm going to go to every music festival. I'm going to go here. I'm going to buy a private jet that lands on my private yacht. Like, that's the fun shit you're supposed to be thinking about. You're not supposed to be thinking about, oh, how could I, if I put the money in here and then it gets tied into a Roth IRA and then, like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, how you're walking paint drying. You're like that. That's the most boring fucking person of all time. That's like virgin talk. You know what I mean? No, not even, because virgins usually have good imaginations because they're fantasizing. They're thinking about, I wonder what this is like. This is just, it's bad. I don't know. Like, you get $1 billion and you immediately think, how do I invest it? Because the billion isn't enough. That is crazy thinking. That there's something psychologically sick with people like that. And maybe it's us as a culture. We got to look into that. Where I can understand you win $1 million and you're thinking, how do I invest this? That I get. Any sizable amount of money that isn't quite life-changing, sure. Or maybe that's how you get, maybe investing is exciting for you. But if investing is exciting to you, you're not going the safe route. You know what I mean? You're thinking, how do I really do some crazy shit with it? Be smart enough to put enough aside, right? But honestly, man, that is a weird thing. That's why I never felt bad for any of the people who lose money in like a pyramid scheme. You know, that Bernie Madoff piece of shit, that guy, he robbed like other billionaires. Like the owner of the Mets had to sell because he lost a ton of money in that Bernie Madoff pyramid scheme. Good. No, for real, good. Because if you're the type of person that's like, see, I have hundreds of millions, but I want more, and you get ripped off, you kind of deserve it. You do a little bit because that money wasn't enough for you. Again, there's a sick thing in our society where people are like, $1 billion, how do I invest and make more? The billion isn't enough. You should immediately, if you win $1 billion, your thought process should be, all right, cool. How much fun am I going to have not doing shit? I'm not saying don't ignore works of passion. You know what I mean? If you are a singer currently, yeah, keep fucking singing. But obviously the stress is off. You don't have to worry about getting a record deal anymore. You could buy the record company. You know what I mean? Like I would literally be thinking to myself, all right, I have $1 billion. First of all, how am I going to get revenge on anyone who's ever wronged me? That's going to happen. That's the kind of fun shit you need to be doing. You know what I mean? You need to think to yourself, all right, cool. This guy I don't like, he lives over here. I'm going to buy all the houses around him and I'm going to rent them for $1 a month to all the biggest scumbag pieces of shit I could find. And they are going to just be the worst neighbors ever. That's like the fun stuff you do there. You know what I mean?